Let me ask you something. Have you ever replayed a conversation in your head hours after it ended just to make sure you didn't accidentally say something that hurt someone? Have you ever felt genuinely hurt by the way someone spoke to you and then felt embarrassed for being hurt? Have you ever looked around a room full of people and quietly wondered, why does everyone else seem fine and I feel everything so deeply? If that's you, stay with me, because this video isn't going to tell you to toughen up. It's not going to tell you that you're too sensitive or that you need thicker skin. This video is going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, you are not broken. You are not too much. Your brain is simply built differently. And once you understand how, everything changes. We live in a world that quietly rewards people who don't feel too much, people who can brush things off, people who move fast, speak without thinking, and never lose sleep over a careless comment they made to someone. And somewhere along the way, sensitive people started believing there was something wrong with them. But here's what neuroscience says actually. Your sensitivity, your tendency to think before you speak, to replay moments, to notice how your words land on other people, that is not a weakness. That is a highly developed neural system doing exactly what it was designed to do. You weren't built wrong, you were built deeper. There's a trait that researchers call sensory processing sensitivity, first identified by psychologist Dr. Elaine Aron. And studies show that roughly 15 to 20% of the population is born with a nervous system that literally processes the world more deeply than everyone else. More depth, more awareness, more emotional data being picked up in every single interaction. fMRI brain scans of highly sensitive people show significantly more activation in the areas of the brain responsible for empathy, awareness, and complex decision-making compared to people who don't share this trait. So when you replay that conversation, your brain isn't being dramatic. It is doing what it was literally wired to do. It is scanning for danger, checking for harm, and protecting relationships that matter to you. That's not anxiety, that's attunement, and it is incredibly rare. Now here's the part that most people in your position need to hear. You are sensitive and mindful because life taught you to be that way. Your experiences, the moments where words cut you, where carelessness cost you something, where you felt unseen, those moments trained your brain to pay close attention. But here's the thing, not everyone took that class. Some people have never been through the emotional lessons that made you this careful. So when they speak without thinking, when they're careless with their words, when they walk away from a conversation not thinking twice about it, it may not always be intentional. Psychology reminds us of something important here. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Not because you don't matter, but because they are consumed by their own world, their career, their stress, their silent battles, their own insecurities. The person who snapped at you this morning might be carrying something they haven't told anyone about. The friend who forgot to ask how you were doing might be drowning quietly. Understanding this one thing, giving people a benefit of the doubt, is not weakness. It is one of the most powerful forms of self-protection available to you. Because when you stop expecting everyone to match your level of thoughtfulness, you stop handing them the power to disappoint you. But I want to be clear about something. This is not me telling you that people should get a free pass for being rude. This is not me telling you to accept poor treatment with a smile and call it growth. What I am telling you is this. There is a difference between someone who chooses to be careless and someone who simply hasn't developed the depth to know better yet. The majority of people have never sat with themselves long enough to ask, how did my words land on that person? They don't analyze conversations, they don't lose sleep over it. Not because they're bad people, but because most people are still learning. And that realization, that single shift in perspective, it can save you from years of daily disappointment, from constantly asking yourself, why is no one as thoughtful as I am? Why doesn't anyone care the way I care? Some people will, but most are still finding their way there. And the fact that you're already there, the fact that you think this way, feel this way, care this deeply, that is not your burden. That is your gift. You try to be gentle with others because life has not always been gentle with you. You didn't become this way by accident. You became this way because something in you refused to pass on pain. Something in you decided, consciously or not, that the cycle stops here. That you would choose awareness over carelessness, intention over impulse. That is not weakness wearing the costume of sensitivity. That is emotional courage, and it is one of the rarest things on this planet. So the next time the world makes you feel like you feel too much, I want you to remember this. You don't feel too much. You feel exactly enough. The world just hasn't caught up to you yet. Now, I want to ask you something, and I genuinely want to know your answer. Does this sound like you? Have you ever felt like your sensitivity was a flaw, something you needed to fix or hide? Drop it in the comments, because I promise you, you are not alone in this. And reading those comments may be exactly what someone else watching this video needs to see. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you want more content like this on psychology, self-awareness, and understanding the way your mind actually works, subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from. Take care of yourself. You deserve the same gentleness you so freely give to everyone else.